guys, welcome back to my channel and to Step by Step. This is our weekly show at 4 o'clock every Saturday where we take you through step by step the refinishing of a piece of furniture. This time you're getting two pieces of furniture and this is a two-part story. So it's all about my friend Edith Noble and this set of furniture. I saw her coloring book and I had this in my mind. So that is just one of the images, but it happens to be my favorite. But there's others in here I like a lot too. It's another one I'm particularly fond of and thinking about. It's great when you can adapt an idea to furniture. So cool little book. It's available on Amazon, but this is the image I showed. I'll definitely leave the link in the description box to purchase it. So anyway, so you know how they have bridesmaids proposals and, you know, all those kind of proposals? Well, I sort of have a furniture proposal for you today. So tell us a little bit about this.
Yes, so at the beginning, really at the end of March, beginning of April, I published a coloring book on Amazon. I've been working on it for about 10 months and it has 30 different abstract nature coloring pages, and I see that LaVonne has really liked it, which is awesome, and we have done some live streams like coloring it together and stuff, which is really fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Are you selling a good bit of them?
Yes, of course, like once I published it at first, like friends and family were like buying a good bit, and now every once in a while I sell like one or two, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because I always think like it's supposed to be for all ages, but I think it's a cool like party favor and stuff, like for birthday.
So Edith and I had a Zoom call to discuss the details. Update the stain color so it's a little more modern. Perhaps update the hardware. Not sure about the hardware yet, but I definitely see this image on the drawers. There's actually two pieces, so whoever falls in love with it is gonna fall in love with a set. So my proposal to you is, may I use your design on my furniture piece?
Yeah, totally. That sounds like such a cool idea.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. Because this plan wouldn't have worked so well if you'd have said no. Well, that. Yay! So I used blockposters.com. Remember to add the S because blockposter.com is not the same thing. And it's so super easy. And you just tell it how big you want it based on sizes of 8.5 by 11 paper. You can either put it in portrait or horizontal. So I pieced it all together. It's really easy to do. And then I trimmed it a little bit and taped it together. So that's my image, and here's my inspiration, although it's going to be tweaked a little bit to fit that mid-century color palette. So it's in my head, and I can't wait for you to see it on the dresser. So again, this is going to be a two-part series, so I'll show you what I did so far. So I wanted to deepen the stain just a little bit. Now I didn't use stain to do that though. I actually used Dixie Belle's chocolate paint, and I sprayed it with water, and I just lightly used a wet brush and just kind of went back and forth. And when I say a wet brush, I mean I wet it with water before I dipped it in the paint. Naturally, the brush is going to be wet with paint. So that's the difference between a wet brush and a dry brush. So on a dry brush, you just put a tiny bit of paint on it and the brush is dry. So I didn't really want full coverage on this. When you dry brush, you even want less coverage. But I wanted that wood that's already there, that blonde wood, to sort of peek through a little bit, because I feel like that's inherent of its era, and I didn't want to totally cast that aside, yet I had this whole other image in my mind. So I just continue to faux stain, I guess, if you will, the top. and I do the outer piece. And of course, this is after a thorough cleaning with Dixie Belle's White Lightning. I always do that, and always remember to rinse it off so that the paint will adhere to your surface. It's me trying to juggle paint, a water bottle, and a brush. So I start in the middle every time I start with my stroke, and then bring it out to the sides, and then go a long sweep just to make sure it goes the whole way across. Kind of to mimic the grain of wood, or a long plank, which would be the top. So I keep working on this, and I really love the way it's turning out. I got to the sides of that top right away because of the water in mixed with the paint. It was dripping just a tad, so just wanted to make sure we got all that, but finish that top with nice long sweeping strokes. I was painting with my grandson, and he was saying, nice long strokes. He was really little then. Gotta get him early. He's very artistic. Catching a few drips on the side. Okay, so now we're in gear. I finished the sides, which this, I know I'm playing it in hyperlapse, but really this didn't take long at all. I wanted the top drawer finished and the shell. So then I took all the drawers out, and I decided I wanted a base that was neutral, so I chose sandbar. I want to thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned next week for part 2, and that's where the fun begins. Meanwhile, visit LaVintageDecor.company, LaVintage Decor on Instagram, and on Facebook, LaVintage Decor Altoona. Stay well.